Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be trying our last ever push towards the pro rank. We're going to be streaming it also today, like an hour after this video, so make sure to check it out. We're going to be streaming for ages, but we're going to be pushing pro, giving you guys my thought processes, etc. But firstly, we've got some important update information. So as you can see here, this is in the BSC, the Brawl Stars Championship Discord, so for where all of the teams that qualify for monthly finals, etc. are here. So as you can see, this is a Discord announcement. This was yesterday, so I only just seen this today, which is pretty interesting. So we can just take a look. Let's just read through it really quickly. So they're saying, hey everyone, just a heads up regarding South America and NA monthly finals with the game update. So we pretty much know that the game update is going to be arriving in like a week's time. So Brawl Talk more than likely is going to be this weekend. And as they're literally saying right here, it's pretty much confirmed that the update will land on the following Tuesday. So probably a week today, the update will arrive. And we would have already had the EU and, well, EMEA and East Asia monthly finals, whilst South American NA are going to be in 2 weeks time essentially, and that's when the update is going to drop. So this is what it's all about. So there's going to be no major balance, well, we actually jump one, the BSC maps, so the Brawl Stars Championship maps, they're not going to change whatsoever, so that's not really important to us, for us casuals anyway. We've also got the no major balance changes with the update. Any changes that do go live will be minimal, so okay, maybe like bug fixes, etc. So not really shifting the meta much. And there's going to be no new hype charges released until after the monthly finals, so a week after the update. Let me just get up my calendar to give you guys just an impression. So the update should be dropping on the 22nd of April, so there won't be any balance changes pretty much until the 28th of April at least. So kind of the same as what happened last balance change patch, right? I think they waited until the monthly finals happened and then balance changes, which makes sense because just dropping a bunch of balance changes that are going to shift the meta, it's just going to be too crazy for the pros. And then yeah, that's about it. So yeah, no balance changes with the next update, guys. We've got to hang on for a couple more weeks, but I'm okay with that because the meta isn't too bad. All right, guys, jumping into the first game, we got Hot Zone Duel and Beetles. In terms of the bans, this is just my personal approach. I always ban Janet when the opponents don't have first pick, if that makes sense, just because Janet's such a good 2 and 3 pick. And what I was saying in my stream yesterday is that I need to do a video on like how to ban, in a sense, like it's different for a lot of different people. But for me, I ban Janet a lot just because I'm learning the meta without Janet. Does that make sense? So now I know how to do everything, because for me, I just find it really difficult to counter her, or my teammates always find it difficult to counter her. She's like an S-tier brawler, so it's a valid ban, but you get what I mean. You know, you might take a different approach in, I don't know, say if we get the season reset in a couple of days. When that drops, you know, I'll start banning, you know, like Edgars or Colts, etc. You know what I mean? There's always a different approach in every single rank, and right now I'm banning Janet. Whether you guys want to ban, well, for example, if the enemy has first pick, you've got to at least make sure Lumi's banned, but then you could at least ban something else that's just pretty annoying. In this type of meta, you've got the luxury of doing that, thankfully. So our teammate has first picked a Lu, which isn't actually ideal for the most part. B has been left open for whatever reason. I might go with the Penny. Penny's a good counter to both of these, honestly. But you can't go B and Penny. That is the problem here. But we've already got a tank counter in Lu, so I'm probably going to go with the Penny option. So we don't need B and Lu. You don't need to double down too much on it. I go with the shield gear here, and then my teammate here. So we've got to be careful of throwers. So we need something a little bit of aggression. We could go with like a Carl, even if he wants to go with a Carl. Carl is always a good option. You can't go Squeak, really, but it kind of can go Squeak. They go with a Carl, so Carl is a good option again, because the good thing about Carl, you're always going to use a fire gadget, but just in the off chance they want to go a thrower, well, you just go flying hook. Good into that. So we kind of got all bases covered here. We've got Lu, we've got a tank counter, we've got a control brawler in Penny, and we've got Carl, which can work as an assassin / damage dealer. So we essentially got 2 damage dealers on our team here, up against a Meeple and a Chester. Chester's a tank counter, so don't really want to go with that tank counter. If they go with a Carl, if they go with a Barley, sorry, and this is what I'm talking about, we can go Carl flying hook. Although I'm not going to be the best against this Barley, our Carl should be enough to at least apply the pressure. I'm hoping anyway. So good thinking from me. This type of brawler that can adapt. I don't know why this guy is spamming his gears. Maybe he's just wanting to see which one he wants to go. All right, time to lock in. So we're about 2 games away from Masters 3. We don't want to mess this up, and then on stream we're going to be trying to get to as close as pro as we can, maybe even pro. I don't know how feasible that is, considering I'm washed. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it. So Meeple's going to be an annoying pick. I mean, the thing is, I kind of want to get full box here so I can get closer to the Meeple. Yeah, we're just going to go like this, run it down. Unfortunately, Barley can shoot through my cannon, but we'll get the trade there with Meeple. I kind of would prefer to go mid here, to be honest. I'm going to need to put my turret in a much safer place all the way back into spawn. Okay, we're 1 shot away from super here. Let's try and get this on the chest. There we go. I'm going to have to put this all the way back here, because else once Barley pushes up, he's going to be able to destroy this easily. I'm actually going to just stay here, because I don't want them pushing into our grass. The Meeple's not going to get much value with his super. There we go. Chester's wiggling his way forward, which is pretty annoying. Oh no, I missed. Okay, that is damn bad. I should have waited for him to get frozen. But this is such a messy game, in the sense, like, there's a Barley just trying to counter us here, and the Chester's got so much HP, he's just running onto his zone pretty much all the time. Okay, I do want to put my turret in a better position, but yeah, okay, we can probably put it here for now. I know it's probably going to get killed by this Barley, but I'm going to work towards another one anyways. Okay, yeah, turret's going to go down, but I'm like 1 shot away from my next one, which is good. Okay, I'm guessing the car wants me to go against this Barley. This is bad. This Meeple gadget is so broken, by the way. So busted. Let's see if we can get a turret here. We're going, Meeple's going to go down. A lot of damage on their side of things. You know what? I'm going to put my hypercharged turret over this side, and we protect it with our lives. There we go. Hypercharged turret is down. I'm going to say right side. I think the problem here is that Cole's facing off against Meeple. He needs to face off against Barley. I'm kind of... Okay, Barley hypercharge. I've been going mid against Barley, and I don't know why. So here comes the Meeple box. It's going to miss. Barley hypercharge isn't going to be the best. I'm hoping his penny turret locks in pretty soon, because we need that right now. I'm going to pop a gadget here to keep me alive against the Meeple. There we go. Our hypercharged turret is down, unfortunately, but we've got another one. Again, just got to make sure this Barley isn't pushing us back. Okay, Chester's going to be on this lane. He's going to be looking to run in on the mid, so I'm going to conserve my ammo here and wait for him to run in. Oh, that is some beautiful splash damage. There we go. Barley's going to get pretty weak. Again, just conserving my ammo to make sure, like, if this Chester does walk through, then we've got enough ammo to take him down. We're unfortunately going to get taken down myself here, but Barley's going to have no ammo. He's used it all on my turret, so we've got a good spot here to push forward. I'm going to pop another turret over here. Again, there's 20 seconds left, so we need to push it. This is like the first time in a while that the game has gone this far. We're unfortunately going to get Poison Cloud here, but I think they don't have enough time to come back here. There's definitely no time. That was such a sweaty game. You can see by my calculations, constant lane swaps, constant matchup swaps, that we're able to win this. This isn't going to happen in every single game, but just at least noticing it on your end, because you can't really affect what the randoms on your team are going to do, right? You're not going to be able to affect it. So the big problem there was noticing that I was facing off against Barley way too much, and I needed to swap over to the Meeple. So again, Carl on the Barley, put the penny turrets further back, and we're okay. You know, we haven't completely outdrafted these guys. This is like a winnable match for both teams. Let's see here. Chester, I was about to say if Chester's just given up, but he didn't. I got a lot of splash value there. The Carl flying hook was absolutely beautiful. Really well played from the Carl. And this is what I mean. Carl is such a fantastic brawler for this reason. You always want this type of brawler where you can switch over builds and counter brawlers where needed. So you know what? I'm just going to put this turret in a higher spot. It's not really advised because of this Barley, but again, I feel like I can cycle through to my super effectively. So good, lose super here. This penny turret's going to save me against a Chester, and this is looking all but over. It really is. It's looking all but over. A couple of shots away from our super. So again, we don't really care if this Barley takes us down. We can take care of this Meeple. And yeah, the enemies haven't really got a chance right now because we're playing so incredibly well. And this is just going to lead to them quitting, right? Yeah, I just thought it would. I thought it would. But that's going to be... I mean, it's not yet, actually. Let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. I'm 1 shot away from the hypercharge. Come on, give me it. I'm 1 shot away. There we go. Hypercharge super. I'm not going to use it just yet because this turret is still up. There we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop hypercharge here and then just run at the Barley, because even if we get taken down, he's going to waste all of our ammo on us. It's going to protect our penny turret, and our teammates should be able to follow up on the kill on the Barley. Okay. Blue hypercharge going down. Beautiful. That's going to connect really well with our hypercharge penny turret. And that's going to be GG. Let's see how much elo we gain from this. There's a Masters 3 on the enemy team. We just played that so beautifully well right there. Let's take a look at the elo gain. Hoping this is a lot here. Masters 3 on the enemy team. 10 and 3 star player. Absolutely beautiful. And we are literally like 1-2 games away from Masters 3. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, jumping into the second game then. So maybe 1 or 2 games away from this Masters 3. And then we'll finish off the rest on stream. So they have first pick. To be honest, again, I'm not really too scared of a lot of first pick brawlers on this map. So I'm just going to go ahead and ban Janet. I'm going to ban Janet. I'm hoping they ban Carl. Okay, but don't ban Carl. They ban Rico. That to me just springs to my... Actually, my teammate banned Rico as well. Rico is very, very overrated in the meta. So normally a sign of a bad player. RT as well. They must have run out of time or something. So a lot of good picks here in play. We've got the same old B. We've got Carl to think of. We've got Meeple if we compare it with a tank. They go with the Carl first pick, which is very, very, very annoying to face off against on a map like this. So I'm just going to let my teammates do whatever. Normally in this situation, you probably want to go for like a mid. I would honestly just go Poco and a tank probably into this. Stu is good. Stu is pretty good into Carl, to be honest. But on a map like this, I think with a choke points, I think Carl can definitely still win that battle. So we go with a B. Again, I'm just going to let my teammates go whatever because there are a lot of good choices and there's no like absolute certainty that they should pick in my opinion. Maybe you guys are screaming at it, but I can never like think of an absolute counter to Carl. They go with a Frank, which again isn't the worst into Carl, to be honest. Good to open up the map as well. What can they go to counter us here? Let's try and weigh up our options so then we're prepared for it. So they need to go mid brawler. They could go with a Poco to counter out the B slows and the Frank stuns. That could be an interesting way. They could go... Well, they need some damage. So they're definitely going to go a tank counter. But which one are they going to go? They're going to go with Primo. Okay, this is very, very, very interesting now. Now we're going to think like we could go Buster into the Carl at least. Like that's a decent counter. What else have we got? What else have we got? We could go Jackie could be really low-key good one. Jackie, I've got a feeling could really work. We'll highlight it. Jackie's good into Carl and decent into Primo. We could go with Buster. Meeple is not going to cut it against this for sure. Could go with a Surge. Surge is actually a pretty viable option here. I'm going to play a bit safer. We're going to go with a Surge. Mainly because Surge is good into the Carl. It's not as good as it used to be. But yeah, it's good into Carl. I think Jackie... I'm a bit scared of going Jackie into the Maisie. But I think that definitely could have worked. It definitely could have worked. We could have just run in a straight line. I probably should have just gone for it, but I don't want to embarrass myself, okay? But you see the idea with Jackie. Jackie's an underrated brawler against Carl, against Ollie. But I was going to use Hardy Hard Hat and not Counter Crusher. So we're going to be careful here. I think the thing is, like, we need to get Primo on the Carl and not the... I mean, the Frank on the Primo, not the Carl. Now we're already on 5. This is not good. This is not good. Right. We hit the Primo once. I'll just back away for now. Can now just run into here. Carl hasn't got his fire, so we know we're safe from that. But when I'm slow, he can just pierce us through. To be honest, this Frank should just run at the Carl. As long as he's got the pull gadget is safe. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. I'm stuck. This is Surge currently in the meta. Surge is only a good counter pick. He's only a good counter pick. Right. Now we are kind of screwed. Nice kill from the B. I'm going to pop gadget here just to try and stay alive a bit longer. There we go. I think the fire might kill me. Yeah, it realized me. Okay. This is what I'm talking about, Carl. I should have just banned Carl, to be honest, because Janet we can counter on a map like Sneefield. So already I'm kind of looking at the wrong things I did for this map. Okay, how did I not jump over there? Oh, get the Maisie down. Normally a Maisie player is either the best player in the world or the absolutely terrible. There's no in between. So alright, we'll get some good taps onto the Carl here. The Primo, it's not going to do anything against us there. A bit of a wasted gadget on my end, but the good thing is I got unlimited, so nothing is truly wasted. Alright, against Maisie, let's try get some good taps in. Frank is not doing a good job against this Carl. We should definitely be doing a better job against the Carl. Right, now we can just jump on this Carl, pop gadget, should be able to win that interaction. Primo's got super here, let's be careful. He somehow manages to score that. That is so annoying. How did he manage that? So I've got to pop our hypercharge here. Let's just go for the kill onto the Maisie. We get the kill there. Right, there we go. There's our opening. There's our opening. So I'm just going to rush forward onto the Carl if possible. Just be careful of this fire. Let's hold on to our super. We don't really need to use it just yet. We can use it for any type of knockback if needs be. Maisie just wastes that. Nice. This fire gadget's going to be a little bit annoying, but we should just be able to kill the Carl anyways. Maybe we can make a play here. Let's just try it. No, I had to try it. 15 seconds left. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know. Our Frank just hasn't done anything. And it is pretty difficult to try and win this game when he's not winning a Carl matchup. He's not winning any matchup whatsoever, but all is good. All is good. Right. We could have had that, though. We could have had that. The Primo made a really good play. Maybe I should have gone on to it, but I thought my two teammates, they should have been able to defend that, to be honest. 2 against 1. No, it's okay. It's okay. Right, so I'm going to go right side this time, hoping that the Carl switches again. This Frank, I think the Frank should have, I guess it's understanding for anti-stun, because against the Maisie and the Carl, but I would have just gone for the other gadget still, because you can still outplay Primo with that gadget. You can really outplay the Carl. That is the big thing here. The Carl is causing us the most issues. Let's just run into the Maisie here. We should be able to get the kill. Okay, it doesn't even matter that we died. It kind of does, actually, because our teammates are on the back foot. Yeah, we're going to let this Primo score. Of course we are. Brilliant. Okay, Primo has super as well. This is not good. This is not good. Maisie's going to go against me, but you know what? We can just press forward. This Carl is doing a really good job. 2 versus 1. This is not anticipated. We're going to block the angle, though, and get the Maisie down. Nice. Carl going to try and finish the kill, but he's wasted his fire gadget here, so we know we can definitely still pop off. Okay, got to be careful though, this Primo. We're going to pop our gadget here. This should be the kill onto Carl. There we go. My teammates are not doing a good job versus this Primo. Again, I'm leaving them in a 1 versus 2. They should be able to handle that. They should be able to handle that a lot better. Alright, let's go for the pinch with our B. There we go. Alright, just the Carl left. B pops hypercharge, so we kind of got to back this up. Right, he pops his fire gadget here. He's going to completely waste that. Go, teammates, go. Alright, here we go. Hypercharge time. This should be the kill onto Maisie. Come on. Nice. And I'm just going to jump on the Carl. Hopefully he shoots me so I can get this. Nice. B, get out of the corner, please. B, please. Oh, I was relying on you. I was relying on you, B. Okay, we've got 50 seconds. I'm going to try and get into this bush area here and not allow the Maisie to get in there. There we go. Right, I'm going to pop this. Pop my gadget. Come on, please. Oh, and a die. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest. Sometimes your randoms aren't going to cooperate, but this is the fun of ranked, guys. I can't just showcase every single win because sometimes the randoms are not that good. Sometimes the randoms are not that good. So we're going to use our super here. We should be able to knock back the Carl. There we go. Again, our teammates not really participating right now. Let's see if we can get the Maisie. There we go. We've got a Frank super, but there is a hypercharged Primo. Let's see if we can help him out here. Okay, should be able to get the kill. Bro, we are popping off, but what else can you do? Right, I mean, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you learned some things. To be honest, I don't know what pick I could have done which was better. My Frank just did absolutely nothing, and I know you guys, like, it's always good to look at yourself, but in this instance, I can't look at myself. I can't. I just can't. The Frank was absolutely terrible. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out my stream in an hour's time, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.